that this is the week that you prepare for. You put all the work in, all the weightlifting, all the early morning running, all the recruiting, everything. This is the beginning of the journey for us. And the guys are off today. We had a good weekend, had a good 3 weeks preseason team camp, and we'll have 2 practices here in Lake Charles. We'll head over to San Antonio on Thursday, and we'll get started with a 3-game series against UTSA. First time since I've been here, so year 6, first time we've opened up on the road. That'll present some challenges, probably more so for the coaching standpoint. You get used to the comforts of home, and you get a chance to get in your rhythm of do you have all your charts, your clipboards, and all the different things. But we'll go through our checklist, make sure everything's ready to go. I know the guys are excited. I think we've probably hit the point to this kind of in this stage of the preseason where it's kind of a little bit hard to get better until you start playing somebody else. And so we're ready to go play somebody else. We do have some familiarity with UTSA, and having played them, this will be our 4th time in 6 years to have played them. So we have some familiarity with them. I don't think they're going to present us with anything that's really outside of the norm. They kind of line up and play ball with you. They're going to have a lot of talented guys. I know they got an All-American infielder and a lot of returning arms. So they'll be a big challenge for us, but we're excited to get going. Rhett Deaton will start Friday night for us. We're good to have him back. Good to have him back after missing last year with a shoulder injury. And after that, we're just going to kind of see how things line up as you kind of go through the beginning of the season, especially kind of leading up to conference. You don't really expect guys' pitch counts to be able to even get close to the 100 mark or innings. You got to kind of work the guys up to that. So we're kind of go, rather than kind of setting roles or anything like that, we're going to let the roles evolve as going to get a chance to pitch. So don't really see a whole lot of scenarios where we'll just throw a guy 1 inning or expect the starters to go 5, 6 innings. We're going to let them just go till they can't, and just kind of see where they lose effectiveness, kind of build on from there. And but we're excited to get going. Can't wait to get to work this week.
Kind of like what I asked James, the first week of the season, what are you looking for? Are you going to plan on playing multiple guys and just kind of see what you have?
Yeah, I think from a position player standpoint, we'll have obviously a new first baseman this year, new second baseman. Shane Selman will move over from left field to center field. We'll have some other guys just in different spots. Jacob Strasner, has been converted from outfield over to first base. You'll have a chance to see him at first base some this weekend. And there's quite a few guys that have earned some opportunities to get some playing time, get a chance to go in and do it. So the lineup we roll out Friday night, those guys have earned that opportunity, and it'll be their responsibility to be able to keep it. And from a pitching standpoint, don't be surprised to see anywhere between 10 and 12 guys touch the mound this weekend. That's just the way it works, and just hopefully you get a chance to start seeing roles identified. If the guys go out and pitch well, and just get ready for the beginning of the season and see where you're at.
You do have a very veteran team, especially with Austin and Fitz back and Deaton back. How big is that to have guys like that, a veteran team?
Yeah, I think it's anytime you've had some guys that have been together for a long time, they know what to expect from the excitement of opening day. They know what to expect from going on the road. They know how we check into the hotel. I mean, all the little stuff that you sometimes take for granted as a coach, and how when we go eat, what do we wear and do those things. So we'll obviously go over those checkpoints with things, but it actually makes my job a little bit easier. You get to worry about some other things, and rather than some of the details, the kids take care of the details, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go play somebody else, and I was proud of them what they did during the time of team camp, and not that it was all great. We had some struggles sometimes just from an energy standpoint, but when you're lining up and playing each other all the time, you're going to have those things. And but it's just a chance to go, start figuring out, who we are and how things are going to line up for us. And we'll see. Obviously we're going to try to win them all, but we're going to see, how things start to line up for us and how guys perform, and see, how they're going to be.
How is how is it keeping a balance of, the kids will be emotional opening weekend, but I guess not having them get too emotional to the point where they may like play outside of themselves.
Right, and you're going to have that sometimes. There's games you circle on the schedule. There's games when teams you play in conference, rivals, opening night. There's no need for a motivational speech that night. You don't need that one. That's where you lean on your veterans, your guys who've been there, and be able to handle the adrenaline. I mean, you're going to play with adrenaline anytime there's a competitive environment. Guys are going to do that. I mean, the adrenaline, the excitement allows lots of guys to play up, but it also causes some guys to wilt under the lights. And we've got a lot of guys that have been in that moment, and we want them to be able to harness that energy to be able to do that. And I don't see an issue with this group just because I know them, I've seen them in doing those things, and I think they'll hopefully take the load off of the new players, even if they're a junior college transfer. They haven't felt the energy that you'll have in a Division I game, and so I feel confident in the guys that we have that are veterans for us, and it'll be exciting. I mean, I'm as excited as they are. I promise you. I'm just glad I don't have to throw a pitch this weekend. So.
Anything else?
I guess, just how big is it to open up with just a series as opposed to a tournament? That way you can focus on just one team as opposed to like 6 or 5.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the first part of the year, you're so concerned with your team and what you're doing. So you're not worried about 3 different scouting reports. It does make it a little bit simpler from a preparation standpoint. You have a good idea of who they're going to be, what they're going to be. You don't have scouting reports or information on their new players. Players that develop different things, and so that's just part of beginning a season. They kind of have the same challenges that we do. That they'll have the same challenges that we do. There's some players that they don't know about, but the focus, it's always on us, but especially early in the year with these non-conference schedule. I think we got 18 non-conference games before we play a conference opponent. The goal in that is to be prepared for conference when we're doing that from a physical standpoint, mental standpoint, understand our team identity. So I do think just playing one team does help, and I think going on the road ultimately will be a good thing for us.